Hi, welcome back to Basement Backgammon. In this episode, we'll be looking at problem 171 in Bill Robertie's 501 Essential Backgammon Problem Series. In this problem, black is to play a 6-2. You notice that black has a pretty good position, but white has our 5 point, which is making things a little awkward for us. We are slotted on the 5 point. We could make the 5 point with the 2. Is that the best play? That's what we need to know here. And if we do that, what do we do with the 6? I'll give you 10 seconds to decide. And I'll come back with Robertie's answer. Hit the pause button if you need more time. All right, here's what Robertie's play is. 22 to 16, 9 to 7. Why that versus making your opponent's 5 point and keeping in kind of an even position? Well, let's read what Robertie has to say. I'll go back to the original position. Please notice, by the way, that the cube is in play. Our opponent has the cube. That's an important part of this. You might have to pass on the 5 point if making it leaves you too vulnerable or disjointed. Black can play 22 to 20, making his opponent's 5 point, but his choice of 6s is then reduced to 16 to 10 or 9 to 3, either one of which leaves a double shot. Since black is 28 pips ahead in the race after he plays, he'd like to keep that advantage if possible. So the right play is 22 to 16, 9 to 7, which cleans things up nicely and just leaves one checker to scramble home. So Robertie is basically saying here that making your 5 point is fine, making your opponent's 5 point, I should say. But if it's going to leave a double shot, why give your opponent the chance to catch up in the race? You're well ahead in the race here, up by many pips, 28, I think he said. Yeah, 28 pips ahead after this roll. So you want to clean things up a little bit more. The only other play that was possible that Robertie didn't mention is hitting. So 6 to 2, possibly, or 6 and 2. But this leaves 3 blots out either way. And if you do 6 to 2 here, splitting, giving yourself more chances to make the 2 if your opponent fans, you're leaving 5 blots out. So I think that's why he didn't mention it. But let's go to XG and see what XG has to say about it. I'll flip it over for that analysis right now. And we're here with our XG analysis of problem 171. Robertie says 22 to 16, 9 to 7 is the right thing. Clean up your blots before you decide to make the 5 point inside, because then what do you do with the 6? Let's see what XG has to say about it. XG agrees. In fact, anything else is a blunder. The next best move would be 20 to 14, 16 to 14, so making the 14 point, but clearly it's a 10.2% equity error. Making the 16 point and cleaning up that blot on 9, which is very important, is definitely the way to go. You don't get to 22 to 20 until the 4th option, so making the 5 point, 4th best option with 16 to 10, leaving 2 blots in the outfield, is a 12.4% equity error. So even though the 5 point is important, sometimes you have to skip over it. That's the lesson here. I hope you like this video. I hope you like this analysis. I hope you like the whole video series. We're doing 501 problems, 1 problem a day, every day, until we get to 501. This is problem 171, and I'll see you tomorrow morning with problem 172. Thanks for watching.